Alright guys, how's it going? I'm back again for another video, and I had just finished watching the Kirby Air Riders direct that aired just about like an hour ago or so, and it was really good. I actually really liked it. I think they did a really good job of promoting it, marketing it. This is actually very similar to like a Super Smash Bros. Direct that we had gotten many years back for Smash Ultimate. So I think that's like the best way to like really hype up a game, talk about it, get people up to speed on how the game plays, what the game is about, things of that nature, and showing off all of the great content. And that's what happened here. Masahiro Sakurai, he continues to prove he is the most talented game developer for Nintendo. And this looks like it's going to be a really epic game right here, and I think it's going to be better than Mario Kart World, to be honest. I love Mario Kart World. That's a great game. But, when it comes to gameplay, mechanics, and physics, things of that nature, Masahiro Sakurai does the best. He is the best by far. It's not even close. And Super Smash Bros. Games, to me, have always been more fun than Mario Kart. Even though Mario Kart has sold much more, I think that's only because it's a little bit more, I want to say, noob friendly, in the sense that people who aren't that good at fighting games like Smash Bros, they could pick up Mario Kart and still have fun. I've played Mario Kart World Online maybe about, I want to say I've played probably 20 games online, and it's really fun, but it's definitely one of those games where you do not have to be a very good, skillful player to get first place. And even if you are very good and skillful, you're going to end up, losing a lot of races just because so many items are being used. Don't forget, it's like 24 players or whatever. So you got all these people just constantly launching attacks, and you're constantly getting hit. And it's really hard to strategize in that game and hit first place, So Smash Bros. Is one of those games where, obviously you could choose to play, with all the items in it, and you could have fun and whatnot. It doesn't have to be like this competitive type game. Most people choose to take the items off, and I would argue they're not really true Smash fans if they just want to get rid of all of the items and just play it like a traditional fighting game. But Smash Bros is made to appeal to multiple people. But of course, even then, people, I was like, I'm not good at it, I don't play it because I'm not good at it, stupid people like that. So it's only sold, I believe, it sold like about 36 million copies, if I'm not mistaken, Super Smash Bros. Whereas Mario Kart World is like 68 million, so double what Smash has done. Nevertheless, this Kirby Air Riders game, it's made by Sakurai, and you can tell by just the logos inside of it, the power-ups, everything like that. It's the same as in Super Smash Bros. You see a lot of the personality and art design from Super Smash Bros. In this game, and it looks like it's a game that anybody could pick up and play. So I'm really hoping this becomes probably more successful than Mario Kart World. Really hope it does, because it looks more fun. It actually does look way more fun. I like the level designs. There's up to 16 players. I think just the normal Kirby Air Ride races only allow for like 6 players. And the reason for this is because it would be much harder to get first place or whatever, or something like that. He was basically explaining why he did it that way. I hope he made the right decision in doing that, but at the same time, why not bump it up a little bit, Why not make it just a little more like 12 players? I don't know. I feel like 6 players for a race like that seems a little bit underwhelming. But they can always add DLC to change that. and hopefully they do. But I'll have to play it first and see what that is like and whatnot, and see how fun it is. But it looks fun. It's got so many different modes. I love the city trial or whatever. It's just a big city that floating in the sky called Skya, and it's just this good sized map or whatever. And there's 16 drivers all just driving around, collecting items, attacking each other. Every now and then you'll have a giant boss come down. You'll have meteors start raining. It's really cool. It's really cool. It just looks very wild, chaotic, fun. They did a really good job, I think, with this presentation. I think this presentation meant to do two things. One, for one, hype up the game and show off all the new features, but also to explain to people who've never played the original game what the game is really all about. And that's exactly what they did here. So I'm very satisfied with what I saw. 45 minutes was good. They didn't waste our time with developer interviews. I mean, obviously it's Sakurai there, and he's talking throughout the entire thing, and he's explaining to us what the game is all about. And I think that's cool. That's great. It was a very good balance of him, talking, as well as showing footage, showing gameplay footage, showing off new items. There's an additional button that can be used now. So apparently in the original game, you could only use the X button, I believe, and that's it. It's just the steering and the X button. So they did it that way to make it more simple and easy to play. But now they've added the Y button, and it's basically like a special attack that you can unleash. And when you do, I mean, it just creates more chaos and more fun. So I really think that's cool. The concept of it seems really awesome. I love the different vehicles they've shown and what they're capable of, what powers they have, what abilities they have, what exactly they do different from other vehicles. He was explaining how Kirby, is usually the only one who can, suck up somebody and absorb their power. But now, just about any other character could kind of do the same thing. They can get other people's powers and whatnot. You could play as Kirby, King Dedede, Meta Knight, and many other cool-looking characters for that matter. So I'm pretty sure they hadn't shown us everything. I'm sure there's going to be way more characters when the game comes out. There may even be more maps. If there's one thing I wish they would have shown us, is more maps. Now, like I said, I never played the original game, but when I was watching footage of the original GameCube game, it looked like they had a shit ton of different maps and whatnot. So I kind of wish we would have seen a little bit more here, but we did see a good amount. We saw a good variety of different maps to play in and different game modes and all of that. So very satisfied with this presentation. It was great. The game looks awesome. It looks really good. Looks like it's going to be more fun than Mario Kart World, and I hope that it actually does outsell Mario Kart World. I really want another Nintendo game to take the crown away from Mario Kart, because Mario Kart, I mean, yeah, it's fun, but I want people to start appreciating other Nintendo IPs. So I really hope this might be the game. I was hoping Donkey Kong Bonanza would be the one, and maybe it will later on down the road, who knows. But right now, of course, the biggest seller on the Switch 2 is Mario Kart World, and yeah, part of the reason is because it was bundled as well. But, well, it was bundled for select systems. However, there's a good chance that a game like this could surpass it and could, sell more. And I really hope that happens. I want to see other Nintendo games outdo Mario Kart. I think it would be great if that happens. So gameplay looks great. I love all of the attacks, King Dedede hitting guys with his hammer and everybody just shooting bombs and just launching missiles at each other, cannonballs, all that cool stuff. That's what I like to see. And that's what is going to make this a day one purchase for me. So all of my 38 or so subscribers, I think I got a new subscriber. I don't know if I'm up to 39 now, but I saw that I had a new subscriber when I woke up this morning. So pretty cool shit. Anyways, all you guys, let me know what y'all think about the direct, the presentation. If you've already watched it, did you enjoy it? Is this a day one purchase for you? And I am really hoping that we get a dedicated Nintendo Direct for Metroid Prime 4, all right? I've been talking about Metroid Prime 4 a little bit lately, and I've been expressing a lot of my dissatisfaction and disappointment with the game because they have not shown us jack shit. They hadn't shown me anything that makes me really want to buy the game, even though I will, just because, it's Metroid Prime 4. I enjoyed Metroid Prime, the original Metroid Prime. I enjoyed Metroid Prime Dread. So I am being optimistic and open to playing Metroid Prime 4. My only problem is that they have not shown me a reason to be excited for this game. They have not shown me anything. They've shown the same shit we've always seen with Metroid Prime. The only difference is we have a cutscene where there's a battle between the Federation and the space pirates, and then we get to see a giant mech or whatever. Just stuff like that, really, really mediocre stuff like that. And besides that, it's just been the only thing people have been raving about the game is its graphics, its visuals, stuff like that. They showed off some psychic ability. Like I said, I can't stand that stupid psychic ability because all it is you can control doors with your mind and mechanisms, and you can control the projectiles of your blasts to go through enemies. Stupid stuff like that's just really lame and pathetic. It's like, why not the ability to take over a pirate's body so you can go to certain areas? I've said this many times in my previous videos, but if they don't have a big, dedicated Metroid Prime 4 Direct, that's going to be very disappointing, and that's going to be a very bad sign for the game, in my opinion, because it's going to tell me that there's not much added to the game. There's not going to be a lot of content. There's not going to be no multiplayer. There should be a multiplayer. There should be a player versus player and a player versus environment. That would be super awesome. But so far, what we have seen is it's just going to be a standard Metroid Prime game, which pisses me off because they call it Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, as if it's going to do, go beyond what Metroid Prime is. And yet, they have not shown us anything to really indicate that. So it's curious to see what will happen next. This Kirby Air Riders Direct was just randomly announced yesterday. Like yesterday, when I woke up in the morning, I saw this announcement. So who knows? Maybe we'll just randomly get an announcement for a Metroid Prime 4 Direct later today or tomorrow. You never know. I mean, Nintendo's they're kind of doing things differently when it comes to their Nintendo Directs and their marketing and whatnot. But I'm just hoping that we get a full-fledged Metroid Prime 4 Direct. And if it has a shit ton of content, if it's going to be better than any other previous Metroid game, more fun, it's going to have more modes and things like that. It's going to be very similar to this game. Not similar as in it's a racing game or anything like that, but similar as in it's going to have a lot of content, replayability, and things of that nature. Then you know what? I will be very happy and satisfied. But if all Retro Studios has to offer us at this point is a damn release date and that's it, then you know what? Fuck that game. I could care less. I'll still buy it, but you know what? I'm not going to give a shit about it until it comes out. I'm just going to be more focused on Kirby Air Riders because this looks to be probably the best game coming to the Switch 2 so far. So, as at least multiplayer game. So, anyways, guys, let me know what y'all think. Was this awesome? Was this a home run for you, this presentation? Do you think they could have done a lot more? Do you think they could have added more maps, more modes? You know, they probably will with DLC later on down the road, but just let me know what you think. Are you excited for this game? Have you played the original? Let me know all of that in the comments of this video below. And with that, I am gonna end this video so I could go to the gym and work out. I will talk to you guys later.